Start off seated on the floor with your legs spread out sideways to about 90 degrees. Your legs should form an appropriate right angle with the pubis at the apex. Press your hands against the floor and slide your buttocks forward, widening the legs another 10 to 20 degrees. Rotate your thighs outwardly, pinning the outer thighs against the floor so that the kneecaps point straight up towards the ceiling. Reach out through your heels and stretch your soles, pressing through the balls of the feet. Keep the feet flexed. Now I assist Liliana and guide her left arm up vertically, externally rotating the shoulder joint by pressing directly beneath her shoulder into the latissimus dorsi area. I then draw her shoulder and lats back, thus creating the external rotation. Liliana bends from the right side of the hips and stretches her waist while twisting, always ensuring that her sitting bones are lifting up her spine as she twists. As she continues to laterally stretch and twist, I place my left hand on her left thigh, turning the thigh outwards to bring the hip and knee into alignment. This will help stabilize her on the opposite side that she is stretching into. Liliana then bends the elbow on her left arm and moves that arm into the inner groin area of her right leg, flattening the palm. Her right hand will then clasp around her left foot as I add a little bit more pressure on her ribs and her shoulder joint, pressing them outwards, thus encouraging her chest to fully expand and allowing her to deepen into the twist. With her chest now fully expanded, her bottom ribs will revolve upward and her top ribs spiral up and slightly outwards, creating that stretch from the waist, contraction from the mid-spine, and twist from the base of the hips. Because of the gentle pressure and assistance that I'm providing, her hips and pelvis are kept more stable, and her core and oblique muscles can more effectively engage to protect her spine, once again deepening her further into the twist. I repeat the same steps on the opposite side, keeping the right thigh turned outwards and on her left side pressing and drawing her ribs and lats outwards towards the ceiling. Now for the final forward bend, I assist her by straightening her arms out horizontally. She then bends forward from her hips, stretching her arms out straight in front of her at shoulder width. I step to the inside of her thighs and turn her inner thighs outwards. This will prevent her legs from rolling in and ensure that her sitting bones are pressing firmly into the ground, giving her a strong base from which to bend forward from. Next, I press forward and slightly down on the tightest part of her mid-spine, usually the thoracic area. Because the emphasis is on moving from the hips, this pressure-based adjustment will ensure that she maintains the length of her torso and also the length of her pubis to her navel, so she can feel the full expression of the pose. Finally, when she is ready to move out of the pose, once again I turn her thighs outward to re-establish the relationship between the thighs and the sitting bones being grounded.